Hi ladies, this is Jamie. Thanks for watching. The title of this video is your ex an avoidant and can you get him back? If you have studied anything about attachment styles, you know there are 4 primary attachment styles, and the most difficult one to deal with can be the dismissive avoidant. More men, I feel like, are dismissive avoidant than women, but it's characterized by kind of a dismissive behavior. They pull away. They don't want to get too close. They avoid very intimate conversations. If a uncomfortable conversation happens, they may take off. They have this flight moment where they don't want to get into that conversation. They don't share their secrets. They don't want to talk about future talk. They have trouble saying, I love you. It may come out with, love ya. Or if you say, I love you, they may say, yeah, right back at you. Or if you ask them, do you love me? They might say, well, I wouldn't be with you if I didn't. They really avoid any serious commitment kind of talk. Dismissive avoidance will definitely keep you at a distance. And one unique thing about dismissive avoidance is their time is very different. So for them, one day is like an hour. Now, if you are an anxious, preoccupied attachment style person where you're constantly thinking about your ex, you're looking at your phone, you're watching their social media, you're wondering why they haven't contacted you, and a few hours goes by and you haven't heard from them and it feels like days. If you are an anxious, preoccupied person, you are in full throttle chaos mode. You are overthinking everything. And if your ex or the guy that you're dating is a dismissive avoidant, they seem as if they are not bothered by this breakup at all. They could go for days and not talk to you. Well, it's because one day for them just feels like 1 hour. 1 week to a dismissive avoidant feels like a day. 1 month feels like a week. So you could be broken up for a couple months and you are thinking, there's no way we're ever going to get back. You're just so sad. Your mind is spinning. And for him, he thinks, well, it's just been a week. It's just been a few days. He doesn't see the same time. He doesn't feel it in the same way that you do. So those are just the little things about a dismissive avoidant. So if you feel like your ex is one of these people, let me tell you how you can get him back. First of all, understand that nobody is 100% sure that they want to break up. If you are with someone and you were a good person, you were a good woman to this man, and he broke up with you for whatever reason, maybe you had different goals, you had a fight, he did something foolish, you did something foolish, whatever. Nobody's ever 100% sure they want the breakup. If you were a good person. Now, if you were, just a chaotic mess, then yeah, he might want to stay away. He might want to stay away for quite some time. But typically, even a dismissive avoidant comes back. It may take them a little bit longer, but they do come back. Now, I think there are some things that you can kickstart a dismissive avoidant into acting a little bit quicker. So I want to share those with you. Before we go into that, I have a website called she'severyday.com. On that website is a link to my books and e-courses. I have an e-course called She's the One and She Heals. She Heals is about how to deal with a breakup, how to get your ex back, how to not only survive a breakup, but thrive afterwards. And if you don't want your ex back, how to go on and meet a great, wonderful, high quality man. That one is called She Heals. The other one is called She's the One, how to be the one he can't live without, how to be the one he regrets losing. Both of those e-courses have a chapter that I title High Value Women. What does it take to be a high value woman? Because no man wants to lose a high value woman. Now, dismissive avoidance will sometimes push high value women away. They want the relationship with her, but they're scared of the intimacy. Maybe it's because of some kind of trauma or loss that they experienced in their childhood. Maybe their parents were very dismissive with them. And so their default is to push people away. Those men still desire companionship. They desire intimacy. They want a relationship, and they really love high value women. So I would encourage you to get on my website, she'severyday.com. I will link it in the description below. Get one of those e-courses and start developing yourself into this high value woman. Now, I'm not saying that you're not a high value woman right now, but let's face it, we all don't show up as our best selves sometime in a relationship. Sometimes we just get too anxious and too preoccupied. Even though we're a good woman, we've got some really good high value traits. We also can have some bad traits too. We also can kind of show up a little bit messy. That website will help you so much. Those e-courses are so powerful. They are packed full of tons of tips, things to say, things to text, things to do on your social media that will get not only this dismissive avoidant man, but every other ex you've ever had, plus a bunch of new men just flocking to you. So you just have to get it. I cannot stress that enough. she'severyday.com. That website will also tell you, or those e-courses rather, will tell you what to do during this breakup. And for dismissive avoidant, it is critical that you follow the advice that I give. 3 big things. No contact with this man at all. Number 2, move on. Assume that the relationship is over and it's not going to be repairable. Number 3, start dating other people. Nothing kicks a dismissive avoidant in gear faster than thinking he cannot get you back. He's afraid of the intimacy, and he's kind of wants to keep you on this back burner, maybe keep you in the friend zone for when he feels comfortable enough, he can come back in. But if you appear as though you are gone and he's not sure he can get you back, that's when he comes back a little bit quicker, because the loss will start to set in. He will start to worry. Wow, I have trouble making connections with women anyway. I have trouble developing a really intimate relationship. And I really like this woman. She was amazing. And she might get a better guy. I better do something or I'm not going to get her back. Now, some so-called experts are going to disagree with me on this. However, I have taught young women at the high school and college level for 27 years. I have studied attachment styles, not only in my undergrad degree, but in my master's. I am telling you, ladies, every woman that I coach that follows this advice, her ex, regardless of what attachment style he is, comes back 100% of the time. So far, knock on wood, had very good results with this. I know your heart may not be ready to move on, and you may not be ready to date other people. You may feel like you don't want to. You may feel like that's going to push him even farther away. The opposite is true. I dated a dismissive avoidance for about 4 years, and when we broke up, I just moved on because I said, here's what I want. I want the forever commitment at some point. He said he didn't want that. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and move on and find the guy that wants it. It was hard. I didn't want to date. My heart was still hung up on my ex, but I forced myself to do that because I knew I just needed to move on and find my forever love. I heard a lot of advice saying that this pushes dismissive avoidance away. The exact opposite happened. He was frustrated. He was angry that I was dating, but it also put pressure on him. It put a sense of urgency on him to come back into the picture. And I didn't date other men to make him jealous or to get him back. I dated other men because I wanted to find my lifelong companion. I wanted to find my forever guy. And if my ex wasn't that man and never wanted to be that committal of a man, that's fine. I will move on. And that's what high value women do. They do not waste their time. They do not waste years on a man who doesn't know what he wants or wants to keep you at arm's length. So that's the advice I'm going to give you. No contact with him whatsoever. Truly move on and start dating other people. When your ex comes back, and he will at some point, he will reach out to you. He will shoot you a text. It may just be something like, hey, how are you doing? Or are you having a good day? It's probably going to be something really simple. He's just wanting to feel you out to see if you are even interested in talking to him again. Now, I'm going to tell you to go into no contact for at least 30 days during this breakup time. But after that time has passed, if he reaches out to you, you can reach out to him. You can respond. However, I'm going to tell you to keep a few things in mind. I want you to be chill, playful, casual, and a little bit mysterious. You don't need to tell this man everything you're doing. If he asks, what are you doing this week? What are you doing this weekend? How are things have been going? You don't have to spill out everything that's been going on. He doesn't deserve to know everything about you. He's your ex. And you can keep those secrets to yourself. But be chill, be playful, be casual. Again, you're moving on. Don't take it too serious. Don't act like this man just totally destroyed you and broke your heart. Ladies, never let a man totally destroy you. It'll hurt for a season. It will hurt for a moment. A breakup will. But you're strong enough and you will move on. I want you to take it slow. So if this man reaches back out and wants to get back together, you say, well, I might entertain a date. I don't know about jumping right back into a relationship, but I might entertain a date. Don't talk about all the things that brought the breakup on. Don't talk about all the issues. Don't say, well, we need to get together and have a serious talk. A dismissive avoidant hates the serious talk. And I'm going to imagine when you broke up, you probably already had the serious talk. You probably told him everything that you wanted, the future that you wanted with him and how you felt. There's no sense in going over it again. High value women are not going to have that same conversation in circles. She said very clearly, this is what I want for my future. This is what I want in the relationship. Here's some of the issues that I think we need to work on. Do you want to do it? He said no. You walked away or he walked away. You don't need to have the conversation again. Your standards still hold, or they should. Don't fix the problem for him. You make him at some point come back around and say, hey, can we get back together? Or are you still dating other people? I want to date you exclusively. Then you can say, you know, the issues that caused the breakup are still there. So if you want to have that talk, if you want to work on those and we can come to some agreement, great. Otherwise, I'm still looking for my guy. I'm still looking for my forever love. You make him man up and come to the table with some compromises and be willing to talk about this. Otherwise, you're going to have a life of where you were always kind of put on hold or put in limbo, or this man draws you in closer and then dismisses you again. Ladies, that is my advice to you. He will come back around, but you truly have to move on. Sometimes dismissive avoidance will not come back until you truly move on. It's like the universe sends them a signal that you've moved on. You don't tell them that you've moved on. You don't do anything really crazy. You kind of show your new life on your social media. That's a great way to do it. Don't block him. Again, get my e-course. All of this stuff is in there, all these little tips. But when he comes back around, you are cool, you're chill, you're playful, you're very casual, you have high standards, you have high goals, you're not going to compromise those just because this guy came circling back into your world. You're still holding true to what you want, and you might entertain a date with him, but you're still going to date other men and find what you want. He's eventually going to have to sit down and say, yeah, I want you back in a real and serious way, and I'm willing to work on these issues. Then you can have the talk. Ladies, I hope this helps. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. She'sEveryday.com. Check out one of my e-courses. I want to see you ladies win. God bless you. I will see you in the next video.